Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Here we have today a Mazda CX-3 2-litre Sport Nav Plus manual car. This is presented in machine grey with the black leatherette interior. As with all our videos, I always like to give a little bit of background on the vehicle. So as I take you around, give you a little bit of history on this one. Now, we have a very loyal customer of ours, and he popped in here, when did I first meet this gentleman? About 6 years ago, and he'd retired, and he was, without naming any names, the chauffeur for a well-known politician. And as a part of his retirement bonus, he was given a cheque, and he came in and he part exchanged his older Mazda 2 for a newer one. Now, this customer's always been very happy with the brand. Mazda are good in terms of they're always bringing out new models, etc, etc. And he's subsequently bought, I think, 2 or 3 more vehicles. Now, this particular one he purchased in February 2019, so this is actually a 2019 car. February, I think it's about mid-Feb. Just before Christmas, I actually spoke to the gentleman, and we had some very good deals on our new CX-30s, and the gentleman, funny enough, was actually interested in the specific models I could actually get. So he picked his car up just before the new year. Okay, we got this in part exchange. Absolutely delighted, because being an ex-chauffeur, the car is immaculate. Now, there's not even a curbed alloy wheel. This car's done just shy of 14,000 miles, but not a curbed wheel. Now, it's very rare that we'll get a car in without any curbed alloys. It's something that keeps our repair shop, wheel repair shop, very, very busy. So, yeah, hopefully that'll give you an idea of how this car's been looked after. Besides the wheels, the car is absolutely beautiful. Or not besides the wheels, obviously, and the wheels. Yeah, let's show you around. So what we'll do is, let's start in the boot. And we'll work our way inside. There you go. So the boot, as I say, doesn't even look like it's really been used. The gentleman is retired, and he does volunteer at Chartwell, so that's pretty much the mileage he does in the car. You've got the BOSE premium stereo for this vehicle, being the Sport. There is room there for a spare wheel should you require one. And now this is, I'm making this look more difficult than it is. This also pops out and give you some more room. Now, the CX-3 hasn't got an enormous boot. I could live with it, yeah. I've got a son, he's almost 3 now, but I could get his bits and pieces in. If I had another, probably not. But funnily enough, I advertised an A-Class Mercedes this morning, and I don't think the boot was any bigger than this. So no, it's a fairly reasonable size boot, but the CX-3 is not known for its huge boot. Okay, so that's not to put you off, that's just to sort of manage your expectations. But if there's anything you require putting in the boot, come down with it, put it in, see how it fits. So you've got reverse sensors, reverse camera. You've got front sensors, because this is the Plus model, okay, which had a few extras, upgraded interior, electric handbrake. You've got the sort of black leatherette interior. You've got ISOFIX anchorages on the 2 outer rear seats. Everything's in lovely condition in the vehicle. I don't think that we've even had to valet this car. It's literally come in as it is. Obviously, we will give it a valet once the staff are back in. Yeah, all really lovely indeed. This machine grey, it's a favourite of mine. I think it's quite a popular colour. So I'm quite excited about having this car. You've got the original overmats, all right, in the car. Automatic folding wing mirrors, electric windows mirrors all round. BOSE stereo, as mentioned earlier. You've got height adjustable front seats. They're also heated, 3-stage heated seats, and you've also got a heated steering wheel, which I've noticed has become quite popular. I got in a Corsa the other day and it had a heated steering wheel. Right, so we've got 2 keys with the car. Foot on the clutch. Press this button, car fires up into life. Heads up display appears, rises. There's your mileage there, 13,942 miles. So this car will be 3 years old in February. So this car would come with its first MOT and the 3rd year service. So that will be done in the next couple of days once the workshops reopen. Just look, give you an idea. Previous owner achieved 40 miles to the gallon. You know, and he doesn't do a huge amount of miles. That's almost in 3 years. So what have we got there? Yeah, not many miles at all. What's that for? 5,000 miles a year, 6,000 miles a year? No, 5,000 a year. Good MPG. These do return you good MPG. And this is a 4-cylinder car. It's not a 3-cylinder. It's a 2-litre engine. So it's not one of these cars with really small engines that are not as drivable as the bigger ones. But you've got obviously good fuel consumption. Okay, you got cruise control, you got your volume controls here, you've got your trip computer, that'll give you a range and average speed. So that 40 miles per gallon was achieved at an average speed of 24 miles per gallon, 24 miles an hour, sorry. You've got automatic wipers, automatic lights, they are LED, they are amazing. I can see more in the dark than I can in the day when driving down country lanes. You've got an intelligent engine stop-start system, which will turn the engine off when you are stationary to save the environment or help reduce harm to the environment. It will also reduce harm to your bank balance because it will use less fuel, and fuel prices have really rocketed lately. Traction control, it has, okay. It will also help you brake as safe as possible, you know, if you were in a hard braking situation. So yeah, good safety features there. You've got lane departure warning system. If you were to veer out of a lane without indicating, the car would warn you, just to say, careful, did you intend to do that? Pay more attention. You've got a tyre pressure monitoring system, which will flag a little symbol like that on the dash if one of your tyre pressures has fallen 4 psi or more. I think that's a great system, because if your tyre pressure went down 5 psi, the car may not drive any different, it may not feel any different, the tyre may not look flat, but it will affect your overall safety of the car and efficiency. So definitely something good to have. And you can turn your parking sensors off here. Okay, so that's that panel covered. Heads up display. That will display, now it's not flickering, it's just my camera. That will display your speed, speed limits, basic sat nav functions, all those bits and pieces. Now that actually does adjust, so obviously depending on how you sit. It's not a manual adjustment, it's all done through here, which I'll show you in a minute. But if you imagine looking ahead at your speed rather than down, you know, that could be the difference between, you know, a hazard or not, you know. So that's something I think you'll see on cars as a standard feature, standard feature in the future. Oh, that was a bit of a tongue twister. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, climate control, 2 USBs. These are for charging and for reading data. 3.5mm jack, SD card for your sat nav, 12-volt socket. I mean, we used to call them cigarette lighters. I don't know what you'd use for that, but you can also plug another USB one in here if need be. You've got the human interface here. I think the official name is the Multimedia Commander, and this will operate this here at any speed. Not that I'm promoting you distract yourself whilst you drive, but this is touchscreen, but only when the car is stationary. So let's run you through here. So you've got an apps page which will have your fuel economy monitor, vehicle status monitor, you know, whether you need servicing and stuff. You can upgrade this and add a couple of applications in. You can add Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So whichever phone preference you have or smartphone preference you have, you can use that. It comes as a pair, all right? So if you switch between, it doesn't matter. And then you can mirror your apps. Not all of them, because I believe some of them are restricted, but for example, Waze and Google Maps and WhatsApp and Spotify, etc., can be accessed through here. Music, you've got DAB, which I think is great because you get a lot more choice, and also a lot of FM channels are being switched off. I say a lot, I've heard of a couple that have been switched off and it's just going over to digital, but you've still got FM, AM, digital, AHA, Stitcher, internet channels, and then you can obviously stream any music from your Bluetooth device and from your USB device. Communication, once the phone is paired up, you can access your call lists, your contact diary, etc. If you've got an Android phone, it'll actually read your text messages to you. It's got a very comprehensive sat nav system, Mazda MZD. You put your postcode in and off you go. It also covers you in Europe. You don't have to search by postcode. You can search by, you know, country, town, street name, and sort of whittle it down like so. When you're en route, you can find some more interesting, not more interesting, but you can set the category to find places. For example, I'm often looking for a petrol station when I'm out collecting, delivering cars. All right, and there you go. It will tell you where the petrol stations are, the direction and the distance. When setting up a Wi-Fi hotspot from your phone, so your car is in effect connected to the internet, you'll also get fuel prices there as well, and live traffic updates. Right, so let's move on. Settings. Now, remember I spoke to you about the heads-up display setting? Yeah, look, you can adjust it. Can you see that? It's adjusting, yeah. So you got that there. You can also change the brightness, etc., etc. Display, you can turn this display off. Safety, you've got smart city braking, haven't mentioned that yet. There's a camera up here. If you were to get too close to a car, a person, I'll give you a scenario. It's a hot summer's day, it's stop-start traffic on a, I don't know, where you enter a town off the motorway. Stop, start, you get distracted, you look out the window, you get too close to the car in front, or somebody pulls out. If you're doing under 20 miles an hour, there's no driver input, so you're not turning, etc. You're kind of rolling along. The car will apply its brakes. Yeah. Now, the wonderful thing about such a feature is insurance companies recognise it, and they also statistically, a lot of accidents happen at such a slow speed, so it should reflect, it does reflect in the insurance grouping of the vehicle, and it should reflect in your insurance premium. You've got lane departure warning, we covered that earlier, traffic sign recognition system, parking sensors. Okay, you can turn them off there. Your sound, it's a BOSE sound system. It's amazing. It's bespoke, made for this car. You know, only the correct amount of wire has been used. The way it's built in the doors is as light as possible, yet without compromising quality. It's no, it's a really fantastic sound system. Clock, the clock's GPS synced, so you never have to relearn how to change the clock. Okay, it's set by the satellites in the sky, so very, very accurate. You've got some convenient settings here. Rain sensing wipers, door locks. So it's got smart keyless entry, so you don't need to take the key out of your pocket or bag, etc. To open the car. And when you walk away from the car with the keys on your person, the car recognises that as you walk away and locks itself. Obviously you can switch that off, but that is a good feature to have, certainly something I have used in the past. And you've got some other nice, I don't know, lighting things here, like you've got adaptive front lights. So remember I was saying about how wonderful they are on the country lane. So if I'm driving down a country lane, you've got your adaptive lights on. As you turn the wheel, as you go to a corner, the lights will actually turn, which is fantastic. As I said previously, I can see more at night than I can in the day. adaptive like coming home lights, so the lights will stay on for 30 seconds once the car's locked, just to give you safe passage to your front door or wherever you're heading. And you can change the timings on that as well. All right. So yeah, the car is very well equipped. It's in beautiful condition, wonderful ownership. Okay. I say it's nice when you know the previous owners. You've got a little bit of a story about the vehicle. It will be serviced. It will be MOT'd. It will be valeted. But the car is really, really beautiful. Now, if there's any more photos or videos you'd like me to take of the car, please don't hesitate to ask. It really is no bother here. We're here to please. We want you to have a nice, seamless, enjoyable time purchasing a car. Therefore, if you've got a part exchange, it's not a Mazda or a Suzuki, don't worry. We take everything in part exchange and we greatly welcome it. I know there's a lot of adverts out there saying about selling your car online, put your reg number in and we buy your car and you obviously go and do that, make sure you're happy with pricing, etc., and then give us a call. We'll give you the best deal with the part exchange. Okay. The car will come with a year's Mazda ZZ Plus used car warranty, which is Mazda's official extended warranty, which has roadside assistance, which is pan-European, and it also it's the full package. So it's not a case of, it's not home start, etc. Like a lot of these assistance things are very sort of bare bones. This is a full comprehensive package, and anyone in the car, passenger, is covered. Okay, it's the car that's covered. We've got great finance facilities. Part exchange we've covered. We have the facility to extend warranties for up to 3 years, and we can offer a click and collect home delivery service within a 100-mile radius. But please talk to us if you are outside of that. So anything at all, I say don't hesitate to ask. We really are here to help, and do try us at any time of day, any day of the week. If you want to call us and leave a voicemail, we will pick up the call. If not, drop us an email. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye bye.